something was going on, and it was just very weird. It was very strange. Nobody had an explanation to why she was acting the way she was acting. Once again, you guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tamaria, and I go by Tamaria Lakayye on all my social media platforms. So feel free to go ahead and follow me on your favorite one. Tonight, we're getting into part 2 of the story time that I was recently telling you guys about when my mom went delusional, possessed, or was tripping on some kind of drugs, right? So in her delusion, she's dropping gems, right? She's low-key dropping gems in the midst of her delusion. And it's just for me to let it click in and register. But I remember my mom taking me to the car dealership, and she was asking me if I wanted like these different cars. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, if you're gonna buy it, if you're gonna get this for me, yeah, I want it. She's asking me if I want these cars, and she's putting little packets of sugar on the windshield. And once again, my nickname is Sugar. So it's like she's telling me indirectly that if this is the car that I want, then I can have it. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what she's doing and why she's doing it. I actually thought that she had some money that was coming through the mail or somewhere, that she was gonna be able to like buy all these things that, you know what I'm saying, she was talking about. We leave the car dealership. We go to the car dealership. We don't go inside to talk to nobody or nothing. We just walk around the car lot. She placing her sugar packets in the windshield of the car. We go to a rich, prominent neighborhood, and there's an open house, right? She was like, would you like to live here? Yes, ma'am. Who wouldn't want to live here? Very beautiful house. So we go in there. Here she go with the sugar packets again. I'm just like, what is going on with her? Why is she going around asking me if I want all this stuff? Once again, I'm thinking she got some money coming in from somewhere, right? She got some money coming in that don't nobody know about. And once the money gets here, then she's gonna get this stuff. You know, some days pass by or whatever. Like, mama was good. We, you know what I'm saying? Like, the car, the house, you know, a month rolled by. The car, the house. It was like she knew that we were able to pretty much manifest anything in this world that we desire or that we wanted. So it was like she was demonstrating to me what was possible. It was like she wanted to tell me this information because she felt like she had potentially missed out on her opportunity to get it for herself. And this is all my assumption, right? This is all my assumption based on, you know, the things that were happening and the way that I interpret them, right? And so with her passing me this baton of just like this idea of manifesting, even though I didn't even know that the word back then would be like manifesting, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know. I just felt like it would be considered like a blessing, right? A blessing that God would give and grant me and provide in my life is what I was thinking. She was telling me, like, if you believe that God will bless you, then you will be blessed. If you believe that God's gonna give you this house, then God's gonna give you this house. If you believe that God is gonna give you this life, then God's gonna give you this life. I feel like she was really out here low-key in the 2000s trying to teach me how to manifest, right? Trying to teach me how to manifest, but she just didn't have the correct terminology and experience to really teach me about it. She did the best that she could with the information that she had to share with me before she, you know, went on to other things, other business, other agendas, right? Now I'm sitting here and I'm just like, yeah, my mom, she went delusional and that was scary. But in a sense, she dropped all these gems in my lap for me to use. And one of the biggest things that I took from my mama in her relationship with my stepdad is that she was like scared to leave him. I actually got why she was scared to leave him even as a little child, because I was like, he's the one that's working, he's the one paying the bills. Like, how is she gonna do it? She has these kids. I understand that she made like a sacrifice to stay in the situation that she was in, because she looked at, you know how they say you gotta pick your battles? She looked at the battle, and I feel like the battle of her leaving wasn't worth, in her mind, the battle of, you know, her having to stay and put up with what she currently had, versus her trying to go out into the world and figure out how to do it on her own, without any type of resources or without any type of knowledge to kind of like help and guide her. Like, that would have been a huge leap of faith for her to just be like, you know what, fuck it, you know, I'm just gonna take my kids, I'm gonna see what is on the other side. And so, because I seen that in my mom was married for 20 something years. I am in my mid-30s, and I have about 15 years of experience of marriage under my belt. My mom, she had the traditional wedding, everything was celebrated, husband was in the military. She thought she was gonna get to travel all around the world, see different places, get a house. You know, she thought, you know, she thought she'd hit the lottery, basically. You know what I'm saying? Or not the lottery, but at least a strong sense of stability. I don't know, maybe she just wanted to show me that there was something in this world other than, you know, what she was currently dealing with before she met my stepdad, when she was with my real dad and they were, you know, fighting and on drugs and shit like that. I felt like, you know, she took me into consideration, and she was like, I want to show my daughter something different. So she took it upon herself to become this wife. I feel like a lot of mamas do that. Like, they make a lot of decisions based on what's going to be best for their children, even if it's not going to be best for them. But there was just something missing within her soul that was not provided within the relationship that she was in. I felt like she was kind of in a place where she was waiting on God to do stuff for her instead of her doing stuff for herself. So she just got in this period to where she was just like waiting, right? Waiting for something to happen versus actually taking the initiative to make something happen on her own. So yeah, I just took all of that information from my mom, right, to just kind of help me decide and like really still be in the discovering process of who I want to be when I show up as a woman in this world, and a woman for my daughter, and a woman for anybody that I'm around. Yeah, she just really put it in me that I can have whatever I want to have, as long as, you know, she didn't really give me an as long as I just had to put the as long as I into play as I begin to like unfold and discover what it was that she was teaching me. For the most part, I remember my mom being a good person. Like, regardless of anything that I tell you guys from the past about my mom and her addictions and her problems and her struggles, my mom has also had a very good sense of character when it comes to her interactions and dealings with people before, you know what I'm saying, her delusional breakdown. Like, she was a source of energy that people could come to get their spirits lifted, right? Their energy lifted. She was that kind of person. I'm saying she was a magnet, right? She was attracting all different types of energies, and she just tried her best to treat the energies that she would attract with the best intentions and the purest of a heart. Right? She wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like someone that would sit and talk down about nobody. She wasn't someone that, you know what I'm saying, was constantly in somebody's business. Like, she would help people. She would make people laugh. She would make people, you know, feel comfortable. She would feed people, you know what I'm saying? She was a really good energy. She did have her downs and her flaws, as we all do, but mama was a G. Like, she was a straight up G. She made some decisions based on, you know, the information and the knowledge that she had, right, at that given time. Had my mom had more information about, you know, what marriage is, or the characteristics of a man, or, you know, what the future would bring, maybe she would have taken a different route. But you know, it is what it is. I used to always feel some kind of way because I would be like, dang, my mom, she just came here. She had, you know, a CNA license, and then she was a stay-at-home mom. She had 4 kids. You know, I was like really feeling like my mom had a life that was not really full of purpose until I really started to look at all of the people she impacted, right? When I started looking at how she was impactful to her neighbors in her community and her friends and her family, then I was like, okay, yeah, my mom did have a good life, not because of her not getting a degree to a certain level or not having a certain car or house, but just because of the fact that she was impactful to so many people. I feel like that alone adds so much value to her life, right? That I wasn't able to see when I was younger versus what I'm able to see now. So yeah, that was pretty much the story of my mom being delusional. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here, and I will see you guys in the next one.